Sri Lankan Foreign Minister Mangala Samaraweera met with the UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon yesterday. Reuters quotes UN diplomatic sources as saying that the minister had pressed the government's desire to delay the release of a UN report on alleged war crimes during the country's civil war.
According to Reuters, the United Nations Press Office has said that during the meeting at UN headquarters in New York, Sri Lankan Foreign Minister Mangala Samaraweera and Ban Ki-moon had discussed critical priorities for Sri Lanka, including especially human rights, accountability and reconciliation. Reuters goes on to say that the UN readout of the meeting said nothing about Colombo's desire for UN High Commissioner for Human Rights Saeed Raad Al Hussein to delay the March 25th release of the war crimes report. According to Reuters, Samaraweera had raised the issue behind closed doors with Ban on Friday, stressing the importance of a delay. Quoting a source at the UN, Reuters says that for his part, Ban has made it clear this was an issue for Zaid, the Geneva-based UN human rights boss. Diplomats said that Samaraweera has used his trip to the United States to persuade US and UN officials of the importance of delaying the report. Meanwhile, responding to a question raised on the request to delay the report, Jen Psaki, the spokesperson for the US State Department, said that this is a matter for the UN High Commissioner to determine.
The Sri Lankan Foreign Minister saying early this week that the UN should delay its report on human rights. You said you will be speaking about it after the meeting.
The Secretary reiterated our commitment to the people of Sri Lanka after the historic January 8th elections and for the ongoing effort to strengthen democratic institutions in Sri Lanka. The Secretary reiterated support for the new government and its 100-day plan. He also underscored the United States and international commitment to accountability and reconciliation after nearly 30 years of war, and expressed ongoing support for a Sri Lanka that is peaceful, democratic, prosperous, inclusive, and unified. In terms of the topic of the UN report, they discussed during their meeting, as I referenced, a range of bilateral and regional issues, including this issue. The United States, our focus and the focus of our partners in the international community is supporting accountability and reconciliation in Sri Lanka. We're determining the best way forward to address these issues. Obviously, it was discussed yesterday, but this is a matter for the UN High Commissioner to determine. We have absolute confidence in him and in this process.
But would you like the UN to delay the report?
Again, we're going to keep these conversations with the Sri Lankans and with the UN private.
I believe
the United States Ambassador to the United Nations, Samantha Power, said that it was remarkable to see the change in the human rights climate in Sri Lanka following the elections last month. She made this statement in a post on Twitter following her meeting with Foreign Minister Mangala Samaraweera, which she said was encouraging.